Hello everyone, Waveler here in attendance, and welcome back to the channel. I want to talk about possibly one of the best isekais to come out since ReZero, Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation. This anime was absolutely breathtaking. Like every week, it was just such a joy to watch a new episode. The new Studio Bind, they did a fabulous job creating this anime. Absolutely took the time and effort, and you can see all the emotion and all the work that they put into every single episode, every single week, and I loved every single part of it. Like, this anime was absolutely amazing. And I think what makes it amazing is how it kind of threw me off from the beginning to how it ended. Because in the beginning, it kind of felt like, this fat guy, reincarnated into a magical world. In a way, like when it started off, he was kind of like just like, some horny little kid just trying to like steal women's underwear. And then the further we get into the story, the more that we see the story just building. Like, we meet new characters. He meets Roxy. He teaches him how to use magic. And then he meets Sylphie, a girl that lives around him. And then we see him just, more and more we see how talented he is in using magic, and we see like he's some sort of a prodigy in a way. As we get further into the story, he is sent off to his father's distant cousin, where he meets Ghislaine and Eris. And from my first impressions from meeting Eris, I thought she was gonna be like that annoying girl. Like in the beginning, she was like really annoying. She was high-tempered, not really listen to anyone younger than her, like mainly Rudius, because Rudius was younger than her. And the further like we get with them just like interacting with each other, them training with Ghislaine, it got to be really really good in my opinion. And especially since when they were captured by one of the servants that worked for her dad, and then we see Ghislaine just come like literally running on the rooftops like a cat and just slicing them. Like, it was just, that scene alone was beautifully animated. Like, the way she sliced them up, it was just like you can hear like the sound of the sword and the vibrations. Like, it was just such an amazing way they animated. Like, Studio Bind did an amazing job with that scene. During the second half of the season, the story takes a shift when a bright light just absolutely like takes over the whole land, and it basically transports people to different areas around the world, and it captures Rudius and Eris, and they're transported somewhere else. And then when they come to, they meet Ruijerd, and then the three of them start adventuring together. And then this is the parts where I absolutely love the series, because there were just some scenes of them just battling monsters in the woods, and then it was just amazing. Like, you see like all the training they went through just starting to pay off, especially with Eris. Like, she started to become one of my favorite characters in the series, because you can see her training with Ghislaine paying off when she's battling monsters. Like, her like just using her acrobatic skills and her sword skills just to like move around monsters and just slice them up. Like, it was just absolutely amazing. And especially the way Studio Bind animated this, it was just really, really good and really breathtaking at the same time. Also on their travels with Ruijerd, they would go through different parts. They'll still train. Ruijerd would train Eris in her swordsman skills, and then she would also spar with Rudius. And along the way, Rudius did meet one of the demon emperors, and she gave him like a special eye where he can see a few seconds, I believe, into the future. And I think that was pretty cool. But yeah, like their adventuring was really good to watch, and I loved watching it every single week to see where they would go, who they would meet, and what challenges they would face. But arguably one of the most intense scenes in the entire series was when Rudius and company came across Orsted, the dragon god. This was my favorite scene in the entire series. Like, seeing Orsted, like, first of all, looking at his character design, I loved the way that they designed his character. It was just absolutely menacing, and I loved the way he looked. This scene between him and Ruijerd when they were battling was absolutely ridiculous and disrespectful. Like, one, Ruijerd is using his spear to fight Orsted, and Orsted's just using his hands to deflect all his attacks, and that is just absolutely disrespectful. And I was laughing at the same time. I was just like overjoyed. Like, this was just absolutely intense, and the way that Orsted just absolutely threw Ruijerd aside like it was nothing, and he came after Rudeus and Eris. Like, he grabbed Rudeus's ribs and he caught Eris's sword, like just like how Aizen caught Ichigo's sword. Like, it was just so disrespectful and so like, yo, like this guy was the real deal. And he like literally just kills Rudeus without a sweat. And it was sad at the same time, because Eris was just like, she was just heartbroken. She was just yelling like for help, for anyone to come. And honestly, if it wasn't for the girl traveling with Orsted to heal Rudeus would have stayed dead. And it was that scene where I started to like Eris a little bit more, because throughout the series, like, you can see the development with Rudeus' character, but you can definitely see the development with Eris's character too, because she was, like I said before, she was like very high-tempered, but later down the line, she just like, she had to realize that, you know, she had to like think about before doing certain things. And I liked how her character developed throughout the end of the series. Towards the end of the series, Eris and Rudeus, they reunite with Ghislaine, but unfortunately they find out that Eris's family was wiped out when the flash happened, when everyone was transported. And when I heard that, it was very sad, because Eris's family, her dad was a pretty cool character, and her mom too, and the fact that, you know, she lost him like that, it was just really sad and depressing. Rudeus wanted to be there for her, but she just needed time to be alone. Later that night, Eris visits Rudeus, telling him that she wants to start a family with him, and Rudeus becomes overjoyed. But the next day when he wakes up, he sees that she cut off her hair and she left, and leaving him a note saying that we're not right for each other right now. And seeing that, it really made Rudeus depressed, because he was all alone. We later see why Eris did what she did. She was with Ghislaine traveling, and she told Ghislaine that during their fight with the Dragon God, she was helpless. She wasn't strong enough to protect Rudeus. And she believes that in order for her and Rudeus to be together, she must get stronger so that she can protect Rudeus from people like that, if they ever were to encounter someone like that again. And I see her reasoning for doing that, but at the same time, just to leave Rudeus like that was really sad. And towards the end, we see that, you know, we're going into a time skip, and I'm pretty interested to see like where the story is going to pick up when we return with the next season, especially with Rudeus's character. Now that Rudeus is alone right now, I want to see how much his character is going to develop, depending on how many years is going to pass by when we get the next season. But yeah, Mushoku Tensei was such a great anime, and I cannot wait for the next season, because I was not expecting me to love this anime as much as I did, because I thought my favorite anime was honestly Tokyo Revengers this year, but this anime was absolutely breathtaking, and I cannot wait for the next season. But comment below on who's your favorite character from this anime, and if you have not watched Mushoku Tensei, I highly recommend you watch it, because this is such a great anime and you'll have a great time watching it. For those of you who made it to the end of the video, drop me a like, hit that subscribe button, I greatly appreciate it. I currently have a website in development right now. It will showcase my animations, my original concept art, original character designs, and comic and manga strips that I've done. This is the Wave Blur, signing off.